Shalom everyone. This video is part 2 of the video that was done on ancient Hebron, biblical ancient American history, ancient Bethel, Hebron, and Mizraim, Egypt in North America. And on this show, I was pointing out that ancient Hebron was north of ancient Bethel here in Illinois, because this is the way that the scriptures tells us Abram took his journey. Here in Jubilees, the book of Jubilees, let me see. Chapter 13, the 9th verse, we read, "And he, being Abram, arose from there and went toward the north. And he came to Hebron. And Hebron was built at that time. And he dwelt there 2 years in the land to the north of Boa-Lot. And there was a famine in the land. And Abram went into Egypt, or Mizraim, in the 3rd year of this week." So, this is scripture. We also read in Bereshit, Bereshit or Genesis, we read in the 8th verse, "And from there he moved to the mountain east of Bethel. And he pitched his tent with Bethel on the west and Ai on the east. And he built there an altar to Yahweh and called on the name of Yahweh. And Abram set out, continuing toward the south. And a scarcity of food came to be in the land. And Abram went down to Mizraim to dwell there, for the scarcity of food was severe in the land." So, that being the case, we have to look at the situation from what we're being told today and go back into the scriptures and see what's really true. Now, here, I Googled "Show me Bethel and Hebron and their proximity to each other in Israel on a map." So here we read, "Bethel and Hebron are located in the West Bank, a territory in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. They are geographically separate, with Hebron situated in the southern West Bank, while Bethel is located more toward the north, near Jerusalem. Specifically, Hebron is southwest of Jerusalem, while Bethel is north of Jerusalem." So, we just read that Hebron was north. Back in Bereshit, in Jubilees, 13th chapter, 9th verse. And he arose from there and went toward the north, and he came to Hebron. So now, we just read Hebron, located in the southern West Bank. Okay, Hebron is a major city with significant historical and religious importance to both Judaism and Islam. Bethel, situated further north, near Jerusalem. Situated further north, near Jerusalem. Bethel is also an important site in both religious and historical contexts, particularly for Christianity and Judaism. So let's look at the map. We've already seen we have Hebron here in the south. You have Bethel here in the north. That is totally incorrect. You have Egypt here. Again, Bethel is here in the north. Hebron is in the south. And Egypt is here. That's not what we read in the scriptures. That is incorrect. So when we see these kinds of historical errors, we take on the mindset of frustration and confusion. But we just read for ourselves what the word of Yahweh said. Now, we have to realize that that's an organized effort. That wasn't by mistake. This organized effort was done at a particular time in history when the country was being overrun with erroneous and destructive histories that was to destroy the original man and the original woman. And a lot of these stories that were told about history aren't true. And in the coming videos, I intend on showing that. So if you've liked the videos, subscribe. Push the like button. And with that, I shall bid you shalom, peace, and prosperity.